Let's talk about physics, page 1135, page E. In particular, I want to talk about problem 54. For this problem, we're going to be talking about momentum, and we use the letter P of all things for momentum. I think it's because M was already used for mass, and in chemistry it's used for molarity and molality and other stuff. So physicists said, all right, we need to come up with a new letter. Let's use P. So P is mass times velocity. In solving these problems, we may have to be careful about the units. We'll see. In the PACE, it shows that the first momentum plus the second momentum always has to balance out, cancel each other out and equal 0. But another way of writing that would be the first momentum has to be equal to the second momentum. It's just that it'll be in the opposite direction. To me, that's easier to think of and easier to solve if we set it up m1 v1 equals m2 v2, and then we just realize that the velocity will be in the opposite direction. All right, so let's take this first problem here. It says a 30 kilogram hunting dog leaps from a 25 kilogram canoe that also contains a 75 kilogram man. They were both at rest originally, so now we're just talking about what happens when the dog jumps, okay? And then the canoe and the man in it move the other direction. Well, let's fill in what we know here. The mass of the, let's have the mass of the dog be number 1, so that's 30 kilograms. And the dog's velocity is 4 meters per second. Now the other mass is not just the man and it's not just the canoe. We have to put the two together, so 25 plus 75, so let's put 100 down here, okay? And the velocity is what we're solving for. All right, so we can plug in the first mass times the first velocity equals the second mass times the second velocity. Divide both sides by the total mass. And when you get the answer, and I'll let you solve that on your own, in the answer key, the only difference will be that it'll be a negative number, okay? And it looks like we have 2 significant figures. So when you get your answer, make sure you round it to 2 significant figures. All right, I'll let you finish that one, and let's come back and look at 57.